Good morning. Hope you're all doing great. Please confirm if you can hear me properly and if you can see the screen, what everything. Yes, sir. Yes, super. Yes, super. So let us start our journey with this law of taxation. Yesterday's class was all about introduction to taxation, and today we'll be discussing only on what this taxation, how did this taxation start in India. So now don't ask, sir, will this come for examination and all? It's like first we have to have some, that is what you learn. Like every law student has to keep this point in mind. Before going into any law, you take any law for that matter, Renita Tellis, please stop presenting. Please stop your presentation. Okay, fine. So my screen is visible, right? My screen is visible. My face and my screen, is it visible? Yes. Please confirm. This is one big challenge for us. Like we have to be confirming every time. Kelta idea, kanta idea. We have to ask it. Right. Okay, super. Thank you. So, as a law student, you take any law for that matter, right from the beginning of your contract act. Maybe your contract act, maybe the constitution, maybe this IPC, maybe CPC, maybe CRPC, maybe this law of taxation, IPR. So, while even before you go to a statute, even before you go to any law, it is mandatory to understand the history behind it. Why we have to understand the history is because we get a clarity as to why this act came into picture, what are the things that are getting used in this, and what might have been the situation at that time when the statute was brought into picture. For example, many of the things which you see in the contract act seems outdated. Many of the things which you see in the contract act seems outdated. But uh, at the time the contract act was brought into force, that is 1872, what happens is many of the things were relevant at that time, not now, especially when it comes to very many minute parts like communication of offer and all. Because today communication of offer can happen over a phone call or over a mobile message also. But at that time it used to happen on a postcard and all. So even in sale of goods act, there are certain things which looks outdated, but which are relevant for the time. Similarly, when it comes to taxation, directly if I go to Income Tax Act 1961, it doesn't feel very good for us to understand how this taxation system came into India or what is the background. What is the background? So what I am trying to say is, or what I'm trying to put in here is, I'm trying to put in some history for you so that you can have an idea of how this taxation came into India. So while speaking about the history of taxation in India, it lasts for around right from the beginning of creation. What we say, Manusmriti. Manusmriti is considered as master document for most of the laws in India. Humankind, or that is why we in Sanskrit we have a saying that we are all manavas. We call ourselves as manavas because of we are all this the hereditary persons of, we are all the lineage of Manu. We are all the lineage of Manu. That is why we call ourselves as Manavas. So that is what your philosophy says. But even Manu, what he wrote as laws, it is called as Manusmriti. So in your social studies, you might have learned about this Manusmriti. Manu used to write, and there are a lot of this one. This entire thing of Manusmriti is slightly controversial because some sect of people are ready to accept it and some sect of people are not ready to accept it. Some say that it is too much extreme and this is not real, while other people say no, this is the base, this is the law of the land. But while you understand different laws existing in India, you get a clarity that somewhere or the other way it is related to this whatever is said in the Manusmriti. So I want to take it as grounds for the purpose of this discussion on taxation, because Manu in his Manusmriti wrote that whosoever earns money It may be an agriculturist. It may be your this one artisans. It may be your dancers. It may be this one cobblers, or it may be businessmen, Vaishyas. They used to call them as Vaishyas. That is businessmen. Or it may be for any sect of people who are earning money. It is their duty to share their income with the government or with the ruler. At that time, it is ruler, kings. So it is their duty to share their income with the ruler. Is what Manu says. Is what Manu says. He had some rule. 1/6 of the earnings, 1/6 of the earnings, 1/5 of the earnings. For some sect, it is 1/4 of their earnings. So this is how Manu started. Manu has an Manusmriti gives us an evidence of existence of taxation right from the right at that time, right at the uh, this times of epics. This is one area where we can understand about taxation. Next, of the famous economist, or what we say, the author of Arthashastra, that is Kautilya, even in his book Arthashastra, gives us one saying that koshamulo dandaha. He says koshamulo dandaha, and even in the income tax logo, what we see, the Department of Income Tax has a logo. Under the logo, this line is still written. This line is still written, and that is the base for Indian taxation. That is one more base for Indian taxation. What he says is the tax should be collected at the source of the income. Tax should be collected at the source of the income. Where income is getting generated, there you have to tax. Osha Mula. Mula means at the originating place. Mula means originating place. At that place, you should collect the tax. Normally, danda means punishment. But today, we are not seeing tax as a punishment, whereas tax is seen as a duty now. Tax is seen as a obligation or duty more than this one. Danda means your punishment. So this is one more thing. And again, Kalidasa, who is known for his similes. In Kannada, if we have to say upame, yes. So he knows for comparing things. So what he says is how taxation works is just like the sun extracts water from the reservoirs. ಈ ಸಮುದ್ರದಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನದಿಗಳಿಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಅದರ ಶಾಖದಿಂದ ನೀರನ್ನು ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಳೆಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತದೋ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇಂದ ಅವರ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ರಾಜರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೆ, ಇಡೀ ಅವರ ಡೈನಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಸೇಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಸೇಸ್. ಸೊ while understanding all these things, we find that whatever the taxation system we have today is all derived from these basics. Of course, our tax practices or our system of taxation came to us after British Raj. That is, even before that, taxation was there, because in social studies, when you study history, you see that many emperors were charging taxes with the people, and even this Khilji, Babur, and there were many people who used to collect taxes from the people. So this economy was anyhow there at that time. So it is not hard and fast that it is only after British Raj we had the system of taxation. System of taxation is very important. Reason being, the king himself doesn't have any source of income as such. See, you work, you earn for your house. The other person does business, he earns for his house, or his employees will be given salary, so they earn. So this is how individually we will earn, but collectively, it is not just that your house should get better. It is not that just your house should get better. It is also the country which should prosper. So for that purpose, what kings used to do, they used to charge tax, they used to collect it, and then it will be used for public service. That is the basic for any taxation. Once you go into this Indian taxation system, you'll understand why taxes are collected. If I ask you, first of all, basic question, if I ask you why taxes are collected, what do you feel about taxation? Basically, why taxes are collected? What is your idea about taxation? If I ask, this is all about history, philosophical history. But in reality, what do you think? Why taxes are collected? Yes, can you please come up with some of the points so that we can have a discussion over that? Why taxes are collected? Yes, my dears. Money should come back to the society. Okay. Then, any other points? To avoid hoarding of money. Then anything else? Nobody is there in the class. Only one. Ramdas is there in the class. 42 members are there. I want at least 20 replies for this. Come on. This is not like I am teaching and you are sitting and listening, right? You should be interactive in the class. Your interaction is very important for me. Otherwise, my class won't go ahead. Hey, are you all listening to me first of all? Okay, Nitisha says for development purpose. To keep economy floating. Okay. Kavyashri, yes, sir. Yes, there are different people here, right? Come on. Taxation, collect maಡು. Why should we collect tax? WhatsApp ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟಕ್ 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 ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. Now tell me, here also you text, no problem. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ mobiles. Come on. Be fast, come on. Let us discuss. So someone is saying money should come back to the society to avoid hoarding, to keep economy floating, to function the government and keep the state treasury. Yes, sir. Okay. For the purpose of infrastructural development, very good. For the purpose of infrastructural development, tax is the soul of nation to improve the state. Tax is the soul, not the government is not the soul. Or your three pillars of constitution, you say. Those are not the soul. A constitution is not the soul. It is the tax. Taxation is an ingredient of money and economic circle. Yo. Hello, complicated. Simple. I want very simple. Taxation is very simple. Not so complicated. See, very simple. Why tax is important? Government can't earn money on its own. Government cannot earn money on its own, first of all. Very basic thing. Government is an artificial person. Government is an artificial person, which is run by people's representatives, in India especially. So, to run the government, there are a lot of expenses. It is like your home only. It is like your home only. So, in your home, if if the home has to run, home cannot earn anything. The people in the home will earn, and people in the home will contribute for the expenses, household expenses, what we call. Similarly, in a country, to run the country, we need different things. See, especially countries like India are such that two extremes of people are there here. Two extremes of people, where one set of people are very much poor, another set of people are very rich, and then comes the middle class. So, if government has to take the money from the richest, and if government has to give it to the poorest. Also, safeguarding the country is also very important for us. For that purpose, also, military, if you see, military doesn't earn any income. The entire military power what we have, that doesn't earn any income. But that is very important for safeguarding our country. So that expense is mandatory for the country. Welfare expenses. What is welfare expenses? The country should grow infrastructurally. Roads have to be constructed, water tanks, dams have to be constructed, and reservoirs have to be constructed, and there will be natural calamities. At that time, compensation should be given. At that time, reconstruction should happen. Pandemics like corona and all will happen. Government has to compensate for the loss people are facing. So in all these cases, government cannot come on its own and say, I want to earn, please give me the money. So there should be one source which can generate income to the government. See, government cannot run on loans. Of course, government will take loan, but entire economy cannot grow on loans. There should be some source of income also. So the primary source of income in India comes from the taxation. So how taxation? What is taxation? Taxation is nothing but people will work for the country. They will get something called as income. Out of that income, a part is shared with the government, so that it can be used for welfare purpose. It can be used for welfare purpose. So this is the basic idea. That is what this Kalidasa beautifully said. Kalidasa said, just like sun extracts water and again gives it back to entire country. So see, all entire earth is not covered with water. Only some areas are covered with waters. There are oceans, there are small streams, there are some small rivers, then there are seas. So water is covered in very specific areas. What will sun do? Sun will extract it and spread it across, so that all people will be advantaged of, all the natural beings of earth will be advantaged out of it. Similarly, what government does? Government will extract the fund. Government will extract the fund out of the working class, out of the economically this income generating class, and that money will be distributed for the purpose of development of the country, for the purpose of development of the country. I know this is too much hypothetical to say this, because even after years of independence, we are not able to achieve that equitable distribution. What we say, equitable distribution means all will have equal income, all will be equal beneficiary. That equitable distribution is not happened. Of course, the ultimate purpose of this taxation is that, but that doesn't happen because there are a lot of lacunas, there are a lot of loopholes which are misused by people. There are a lot of loopholes which are misused by people. But primary reason for charging taxation is there. Primary reason for charging taxation is there. So what is tax, if I have to ask? If I have to address, see, one more thing, these are not definitions, these are not hard and fast definitions, these are just ideas. These are just ideas to give an insight of taxation to you, to give an insight of taxation to you. It is not like in primary or high school you are going to by heart each and everything. You have to understand it, and then you can write answers on your own. One more thing is, language is very important. When it comes to law, your language is very important. If you write in simple English, or if you are going to write in a normal layman language, the scoring chances are very less. You have to use the technical terms, you have to use what is used in the act. So while preparing your own notes, please take care about this. It is not that what you understand you will be writing. Along with what you understand, you will also be writing the technical words which are very important. So this is one more point. So then and there I'll be giving some small points. So first of all, tell me, are you all comfortable? Yesterday's class was like too much disturbing. Today, are you comfortable? Yes, my dears. Yes, sir. Yes. Super. 70 students are supposed to be in the class. Only 43 are there. Both the section students are there, right? Yes. Super. So they are saying, like, I don't know, like in newspapers and all, there are news that colleges will begin from 21st and all. Is it true? What do you think? Colleges will begin from 21st? No, it won't begin. Or you won't come. How is it? Will you come? If college starts, will you come? 9 to 12, huh? Okay. You won't come. Then who will give you the attendance if you won't come? You're not coming to college. MHA guidelines only is saying that colleges can be started from 21st. There are so many rules. There are many rules there. Yes. You wish to attend live classes, or you wish to attend online classes? Now you are compatible with both the things, right? Online studying and offline studying. Yes, online classes. Wait. Government guidelines say September 21st. Okay. For us, it is like monotonous actually. If online classes, it is more of monotonous. I will be speaking and you will be, yeah, only out of chat you can say, not like we can't enjoy like in classes. But still, I am okay with both of them. From 10th till 10:20, I couldn't attend due to network issues. Okay, no problem. And nothing much is discussed. Nothing much is discussed. Only basic introduction to taxation was given. We like offline, but what to do? Corona is there, right? Yeah, Corona is there. Corona is there, but what is Corona? So yesterday I saw a meme there. I saw a meme which says, Corona yarige bartade anta. Now, first patient asks to doctor, Corona yarige bartade anta. ಕೊರೋನಾ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರ್ತದೆ. That is what they say. So we can't say that we don't know. Technically, we don't know what is happening actually. We have to believe what is going on in the society, right? We have to believe what is going on in the society. But if you keep yourself safe, if you are keeping yourself healthy and all, it is good. It is good, right? Yeah. So yeah, going ahead with our discussion, what does tax is all about? Tax is a compulsory payment by an owner of income to the government without any reference to specific benefit. So what is absent in tax is quid pro quo relationship. Quid pro quo relationship. Have you heard this term, quid pro quo? Yeah, please don't share your videos, please. My video is on. My video is on. I think so. You pinned some other videos there. You pinned some other profile because of which you are not able to see. Renita, please don't switch on your presentation. Okay. Okay. Quid pro quo relationship. What do you mean by quid pro quo relationship? Quid pro quo relationship. Do you know about this quid pro quo? You people are experts with Latin terms, right? You are lawyers now, advocates. You are advocates. So, what is quid pro quo relationship? Silence. Quid pro quo relationship means this for that. So, how it works? You go to, something for something, something exactly for something. Very good. Dhanalakshmi is right. So, how it works? So, you go to a mobile shop, you pay for the mobile shop, and you get a mobile phone. You go to a grocery shop, you pay for groceries, you get groceries. You go to the doctor shop, you get the service, you pay for it. You go to an advocate, you get his service, you pay for it. So quid pro quo. So whatever the payment is going, equal to a service or equal to a goods is going to come back to you. So this is quid pro quo relationship. But in tax, that doesn't happen. Is it like only those who pay the tax shall use the road? ಹಾಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ರೋಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So is there such rule? Is there such rule? Is there a problem with my video? Now video, can't you see my video? You can't see my video. Then I think so someone is presenting there. Who is presenting? Oh, you. Now can you see me? Now can you see me? Yeah. See one more thing. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಆಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. someone else mobile presentation will get on. So don't start. There are a lot of things in this. See, normally because for other classes I use Zoom app, but here Zoom app is slight problematic because I don't have the license. My other classes where I host, they have the license, so we can't do it in Zoom class. And again, law college, this BLC has said me to do in this one, Google Meet only. So in this, the one of the problem is if you start presenting, my screen will get off. That means you can't see me, and that lot of problems are there. There are no controls here. You can do anything. So that is why please be careful with operating that. Okay, chalo. So you could hear me, right? Till now, whatever I used to speak, you could hear me, right? Yes, sir. Super. Super. Okay. So what is absent in tax is quid pro quo relationship. That means the person who is paying the tax cannot ask for something in return, whereas he'll be one of the beneficiary out of the entire population. So that means to say, out of 130 crore people, whatever the, as per the latest census, whatever data is available, there is India has 130 crore. Now it might be 138 or 137 or 138 crores. So out of that 138 crores people, maybe around 1 crore or 2 crore people might pay the tax. I'm saying about direct taxes. 1 crore or 2 crore people might pay the tax. So out of this, whatever the tax is paid by these people will be used for entire 130 crore people. So it is not that each one who is paying the tax will get benefit directly. So that is what he's saying without reference to specific benefit. Tax is a compulsory payment by an owner of the income. Owner of the income means who generates the income. Person who generates the income will be paying the tax. To whom? To the government without any reference to specific benefit. Without any reference to specific benefit. Can any person start collecting tax? Next question is, can any person start collecting tax? What do you think? ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? Tomorrow I'll open a shop, sit here and say, give me tax, give me tax, give me tax, give me tax. Can I do that? No, why? If you're saying I can't collect the tax, why can't I collect the tax? In a country, if tax has to be collected, or if the right to, if yeah, even if a private said, so who says private citizen cannot collect a tax? Who says that private persons cannot collect a tax? Government says. Then what will happen is, I'll say government is made by people who, the lawmakers are of course people. Lawmakers are of course people. So let us say they will make a rule saying that private people can do. If this was government, there would have been problem. If this was actually the government, no, even indirect tax, not everyone is collecting. I'm asking about collection of tax. Ultimately, the payment of tax is important. Collection ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು collecting agents ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. That is not you are collecting. It can't stay in your pocket. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಹೂ ಸೇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Authority. Come on, man. You people are more powerful than me. You people are studied something more. So you should tell me who collects the tax, or how tax is collected actually. State collects the tax. Okay, state collects the tax. If state has to collect the tax, someone has to give them the authority. Who gives the authority? Income tax officer gives the authority. Income tax officer is an executive body. See, department is an executive body. Constitution should give the power. Constitution should give the power. Very good. Constitution should give the power. So now, today's homework for you is, you have to find out which article gives the power to collect the tax and under which article taxes are collected. Two things. One, under which article government is empowered with collecting the tax. Second one, which specific article gives the power to different governments to collect the tax. So all in all, you have to tell me, like, you are constitutional experts, so you know constitution more than me. So you should tell me. It is homework, so don't answer now. It is homework. You have to do the research, and maybe you have to write a short note on that. And it will be much better if you send me this one. If you send me a photograph of what you write in the notes. Normally I do this. You know my number. My number is there in the WhatsApp group. So what is your duty is to send me the, okay, I'll write the question. Constitutional power of taxation. Constitutional power of taxation. So under constitutional power, you should understand, you should tell me, you should write about article which empowers government to collect tax. Article that divides duty of collection of tax among governments. among governments. So this is the question for you. So your duty is to send me the, you have to write it. It is not that you have to read internet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿಕೊಂಡು ವಾಪಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ. You have to write in a notes, write in a specific notes about this. Maybe half a page, at least half a page or maybe one page. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಡ, half a page or one page. You have to write, because you are constitution experts now. Constitution is already over. Part of the constitution is already over. So ಯಾರಿಗೆ 1 year ನೋ ಯಾರೋ 1 year ನವರಿಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Another year is not. Are you done with constitution? One part of the constitution, is it over? Yes, yes. Part 2 is yet to come, right? Part 2 next time, next sem ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, very good. Half done, very good. So ಆ half ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಡುಕಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ lot of sources are there. So this is your work. Okay, you should send me a screenshot. You should send me this a picture of that. Whatever you are writing, you should send me. There is a homework, strict homework. Homework should be followed. So don't write in some rough pages and all. Some rough pages, and write in notes only, so that once college starts, you will be able to present it. You will be able to present it. Okay. Yes, my dear champs. That's it. These classes are very slow, man. Like we cover very little topics. I only spoke about history and tax. That's it. Nothing else. Renita. Again. Who's this Renita? Why is she disturbing so much? My dear Renita, please stop sharing. Okay. So we are going to meet next week now, right? Next Wednesday. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Timetable is like that, right? Okay. Hey, Renita. Again and again. I ಅವರೇ present ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this is the point. So are you all comfortable? First 2 days I'll be asking the same question. Are you all comfortable? Yes. She's competing with me or what? Who is this Renita? Super. Normally I call my students as proteins. So I'll normally address my students as proteins. They are professional teenagers. You are not teenagers. I can't call you teenagers, but still, they give the energy, right? You know, those people who are sports people will know the importance of proteins. Protein gives the energy, right? So my proteins will give me the energy. So I hope, okay, I hope that goes on. Network issues, I'll be saying, see, I have kept that for recording. Let us see if works and how I can share the link. I'll work on that. I have kept the class for recording, so maybe I will be able to share this. Let us see how it works. Okay, no Red Bull and all, only my proteins. That's it, my proteins. So you are my proteins, so I want energy. It should come in that way, so only with that I can proceed the class. So now, okay, so post for a screenshot. That is, I'll be taking your attendance. Don't log out. I'll take a screenshot here only, and your attendance will be taken that way. Okay. Yeah, don't send names and all. It is there in the list here. I'll be taking the screenshot of same. So don't worry. Some people are getting joined now. ಮಲ್ಲವಂಡೆ ಕಾಣ್ತದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಜಿತೇಶ್ ತನಕ ಆಯ್ತು. So, okay. So that brings us to this point. Is there anything else you want to ask? You want to tell? Your homework is clear for you. It is on the screen. No, sir. Sir, class start ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆಂತ ಕೇಳೋದು. So class start ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ field set ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ first ಗೆ. So that is good. So once what happened, once these farmers were growing very lazy. Farmers once went very lazy. So Brahma got very angry. What he did was he called Varuna, the god of rains, and he said, stop raining for next 12 years. Will not be raining for next 12 years. So Varuna agreed. Of course, when Brahma says, Varuna has to agree. That is the order. So farmers were totally upset because their lifeblood is gone. Their entire earning is gone. So what farmers did was they went to Brahma. A committee of farmers went to Brahma and prayed Brahma, saying that, sorry Brahma, we were lazy, agreed, but please don't stop rain. It's our lifeblood, so we can't survive without that. We can't survive without that. So Brahma said, see, I'm helpless. I'm helpless. I can't do anything. I have already given the order, so I can't do anything. You should go to Shiva. Once you go to Shiva, if Shiva agrees, then I will ask Varuna to give the rain. So farmers went to Shiva. See, before farmers reached Shiva, Brahma has called Shiva and said, see, Shiva, these people are coming. This is the reason why I have made the rain to stop. So you will not be ordering me to give the rain. So this is our deal. So there is a deal between Brahma and Shiva. So the moment this farmers go to Shiva, Shiva says, okay, I will give signal to Brahma. Once I give the signal, Brahma will ask the God to rain. The Brahma will ask Varuna to rain. So now what is the signal is, Shiva has to beat his drums. We call this as Damaru. So Shiva has to beat his drums. So the moment Shiva beats his drums, the signal goes to Brahma and Brahma will inform the Varuna. And Shiva decided not to play Damaru for 12 years. Shiva decided not to play the Damaru for 12 years. Okay, this farmers are not aware of this deal. So farmers thought one day or the other day Shiva will beat the drums and obviously rain will happen. So let us wait. They thought that let us wait. So one farmer, one aged farmer, he used to visit a farm daily. He used to plow the land. He used to sow the seeds and he used to come back to the house. This kept on happening for years and years. 2 years, 3 years, this happened. This continuously happened. And farmers started asking this person, are you gone mad? Are you lunatic? Why are you doing this? We know that for 12 years, the gods have made a deal. There will be no rain. Why are you keeping yourself prepared? So the farmer said, see, we don't know whether it will rain or not. But I know one thing. If I stop doing this work, by the time rain comes after 12 years, I'll be losing the practice of how to plow. I'll be losing the practice of how to do farming itself. I'll be forgetting it. So for that purpose, to keep the practice going on, I'll be plowing the land continuously. Parvati listened to this and she also thought the same thing. If Shiva would not play the Damaru for 12 years, even Shiva would forget to play the Damaru. So she told to Shiva that if you keep silent for 12 years, of course there will be, you will be forgetting the same thing. So Shiva thought same thing and Shiva started playing the Damaru and there was a rain. There was a rain immediately. So now what happened is, the farmer who was keeping his farm ready by plowing every day and sowing some things, he got the output quickly, whereas other farmers were not at all prepared for this. So what happened is, they faced a huge loss because they could not encash the rain. They could not encash the rain. So story ends here. Story ends here. We are all in the same process now. We are all in the same process. We are waiting when will the colleges will open, when will we start studying. So if we keep this mentality, what will happen is the college may start at any time and one fine day they will say, tomorrow we'll be conducting the exam. So we will be losing we have already lost the practice, or we'll be losing the practice of how to study. And when the exam comes, we'll be panicking out. So instead of that, if we keep our efforts consistently, if we keep our this efforts constant, what happens is any moment let the college open, any moment let they conduct the exam, or any moment let they do anything, we will be prepared. We will not be getting out of touch. So this is one thing I wanted to tell you. Maybe story, yeah. This is one thing. Yeah, okay. So thank you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye. Yes. End the story for another day. Okay. Take care. Have a good day. Bye. Super.